Am I in focus? My eyesight is so bad. Ooh, no, out of focus. Right. Okay, I think I'm in focus now. I think. We're just going to give it a go. Hello and welcome to Teri'S Tea Time blog, or at least the video, you know, I'm attaching to the blog. Basically, about 3 years ago, when I first created the blog, I think I might have even had a different name for it then. I done I think it was called Icebreaker Get to Know. But I thought it'd be fun to, now I'm just going to start writing again. I've got some new content coming out. I've started my own Instagram page for it, you know, separate it from my personal stuff. I thought it'd be fun to make another one because I'm a completely different person to who I was 3 years ago. And I thought, fuck it, I think it's a nice way to, you know, introduce myself to people who may not know me, or people who haven't seen me for the last 3 years. So well over a month ago, I posted on my personal Instagram and asked people to send me questions, and I filtered through them. I had a few odd ones, a few boring, mundane ones, and I think I filtered it down to about 12 questions. So, whilst my mum has Jude for the next half hour, I thought I would, you know, sit here, go through them and answer a few. So, stay tuned if you want to hear that. Okay, so I'm going to jump straight in with, you know, just a mundane, normal question. Where are you from? I am from South East London. That's where I currently live. I feel weird saying South East London because I don't feel like Bexley is like London at all, to be honest. But I lived in Erith growing up, and then I moved to Blackfen for a short period of time, then Welling, Plumstead, Thamesmead, then Bexley. As an adult, I lived in Brighton for a bit, and I feel like that's where my heart's at, you know, that's where my people are at. Next question. What's been your favourite moment being a mum so far? I think my favourite part of being a mum, or favourite moment being a mum so far, is probably my own surprise to how much I enjoy being a mum. And I think that's because it's literally changed everything and the way I thought about everything previously, and it's made me reflect on myself, and it's made me reflect on the people I have around me, that's for sure. And it's made me want to be a better person, and I don't feel like before him I cared about what type of person I was, which is a right shame, you know. But he's made me reflect on everything, and just like I lay in bed at night, and anyone who has a little one will probably understand this, like I just look at him like, fuck me, you are so cute. I just seeing his milestones, you know, like he's rolling now, I'm so proud of it. The teething is a little bit of a hassle right now, but I'm sure when that first tooth comes through I'll be like, oh my god, my baby has a tooth, you know. So yeah, just, I'm loving mum life, man. Any of my friends could say that. I think I was fucking miserable before him. Okay, next question is, if you could give one piece of advice to anyone, what would it be? And I'm gonna keep it short and simple because I feel like I kind of preach to everyone about this, but wear sun cream every single day. There's my advice. I feel like everyone can take that on board. It's easy enough step to put into your day. Do you have any hobbies? If you'd asked me this before I had Jude and when I was at uni, I would probably just say I get drunk all the time and that's all I do. I nurse a hangover. Well, that's what I would have said then, but I feel like I said, since having him, it's made me reflect on who I am as a person, and I feel like it'd be good for him if I had my own little, you know, things I get up to. Oh god, sorry. Things I got up to, and since I've been given all clear, I've been trying to go for a run every day. My knees are killing, my legs are hurting. I put on like 3 stone throughout pregnancy, so definitely I can feel the difference in my body when I run. And yeah, but I've been trying to do that because also that's good for my mind, you know. I think everyone always who knows me has known I've always been a reader, but I've been making it more of a priority now. Like, I read a book that's kind of like self-care, helping, yada yada, and then I'll read one for fun. But I'm doing that every single day, like I'm making sure I'm getting that in. And another hobby that I have a lot of interest in, but I haven't started it yet, but I've been thinking about it. It's kind of like furniture, like restoring old refurbishment, is that what you call it? You know, restoring furniture. I want to get into that, and a bit of a handyman, and I thought might be fun if I start collecting like little small things to kind of restore and bring back to life. I think that's like my arty creative side wanting to do that though. But yeah, that's a future hobby. I'm planning on doing that. So watch this space. Okay, on to a question which is a bit more personal maybe. What was your happiest moment of 2020 and what was your lowest? I feel like 2020 for absolutely everyone was, you know, a bit of a shit show and a half. Everyone for different reasons, everyone reacted differently to COVID, you know. I'll start with my lowest. I'll start with a bad one so then we can bring it up, you know. It was probably the summertime during my pregnancy because I had a bit of a complicated pregnancy. I had bleeding, I had fainting, my heart was just like 180 when I was just sitting down doing nothing, and I was like, am I gonna die constantly? And this kind of made me not want to leave the house like ever. So whilst everyone else was like going outside, you know, social distancing, going to the pub, seeing their friends, yada yada, I was literally at home near enough the whole time. I think I left the house like 3 times during that whole period last year. I'm not ashamed to say that I reached out. I spoke to someone about it. I had a therapist once a week and we, you know, spoke through things. And ultimately I done that because I didn't want to have Jude and then still have that same fear of leaving the house. So that was probably my lowest moment, and also nearly dying twice, but that's a story for another day. And then my happiest, I feel like, you know, stereotypically I will say Jude being born, life changer. I had this little creature, he's all mine, mate. But then an alternative one is probably I finally got my driving licence and bought a car. And if anyone of you who know me, who I told the truth to, I failed my driving test 6 times. 6 times. Do you know how much money that is? On the day of my last test, I said, if I don't pass this, I can't afford to keep going, you know. Actually finally passing was a really good moment for me, because and then I went out next day and bought a car. Like literally it was like that. I was like, fuck this, I'm having a car right now. And I still have my old little shebang and she's still going, so it's all good. You're driving along and a song comes on which distracts you and you crash. What song is it? And I think it's Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus, and I don't give a fuck. Tune, absolute tune. If you're actually friends with me, you know I love banging that song. Becky, you know. Review from a friend. So I think this one was kind of aiming at me, asking people, you know. I'll read out a few that I got. Okay, one of my friends said Magners cider. I think what he's trying to say there is I'm a cheapskate, and that sums up my personality before having a baby. And then other things like dark, sexy vibes, always. Mysterious woo, kill me or nah vibes. I don't know what this is saying about my personality, but crazy side is still there, but it's hiding right now. I'm not a nutter, I'm not. Never know your true emotions. It's weird because I consider myself an open person, but then I don't know, well, apparently not. A good friend for sure, that's me. My favourite one to describe me is quirky in the worst possible way. I mean, fuck you for starters. I like it at the same time, you know. Quirky in the worst possible way, that's me. If you could ban anything, what would it be? It's kind of hypocritical considering I'm making this video to put out on a social media platform, but I would ban social media. I think about life, I feel like in the last few years social media has taken over so many people's lives, and possibly in like the worst way. Like, people are just constantly scrolling through, comparing themselves, getting themselves in a right, this person has this. Let's just face it, right? Everything everyone posts on social media is a load of fucking bullshit. Like, real life, everyone shits, everyone gets ill, you know, like, it's one of those. People go through shit, but no one, like, really, like, that's not what social media is for, really. You don't want to go putting your life and your depressing shit out all the time. And I think that's the point a lot of people miss. They just see all the good things and then they get themselves in a rut. I could rant for years about social media and the impact it has on mental health, but I'll probably leave that until a blog post. What did you write your dissertation about? So I wrote 2 dissertations. I wrote one for my undergrad degree in criminology, and I wrote a second one for my master's in criminology and criminal justice. The first one I wrote, so the first one I wrote was about parricide, which is the act of a child killing their parent. I kind of explored 3 different typologies in this. This crime, actually, this recorded crime only accounts for 2% of criminal activity, like, globally. Probably happens a lot more than we think. In reflection, if I'd already had a baby, or if I'd wrote this whilst I was pregnant, I probably would have just ditched it and, you know, not explored it. Basically, the world's pretty fucked, you know, even kids can be... So that was an interesting one. And it was an emotional one. It actually, some of the accounts that I read really got to me, and I had to reflect on that in my dissertation as well, because some of them I would start reading and I'd literally put down and that was it. I didn't want to focus on that. So that summed up. My second one was about, I kind of explored the theory of denial in relation to events of genocide and political atrocities, but I was mainly interested in, like, normal people and their states of denial, like the international communities, like during the Holocaust, or like even now we have shit going on, you know, and we go by our daily lives and we know it's in the back of our brain that, you know, shit's going down somewhere else, but we don't care because it don't affect us. But sometimes it also affects the choices around conversations, about what we post, about what we follow online, etc, etc. Okay, we'll move on to a lighter topic though, because I appreciate the fact that my dissertations were quite dark, so, you know. What's your most annoying habit? I don't have any. No, I'm joking, everyone's fucking jarring. I think my most annoying habit, and I'm thinking in regard to what annoys me, the fact that I do, and what annoys other people, is the fact that I'm a little bit persistent. I'll pester people a little bit. And I'm thinking that in terms of relationships, and I will persist in trying to make something work. And I'm trying to learn that not everyone deserves persistence, you know, like that's in friendships, it could be anything, but I'll be like, no, we've got to make this work, it's fine. Or like I'd get an essay idea at uni and then I'd also persist, but there was like nothing on it and it was really a struggle, and I thought, fuck me, I could really make life easier if I just chose something else, but my persisting nature would not let me do that. Moving on to my last question. I think I only done about 10 of these. Have you always been body positive? I think the quick answer to that is no. I was quite self-conscious about my body, and actually have a post coming out about this soon enough. I was quite self-conscious until I was about 19. I was just kind of like, fuck it, this is my body, this is what I have. But also the changing point for me was being pregnant. I love my pregnancy body so much. Even though my body's slightly, like not massively, but slightly different since having a baby. Like I said, I'm like 3 stone heavier. You know, I've got extra packing in places I'd never had before. I've got a chubbier, rounder face, and I just fucking love it, like, and I really, that's something I really try and push on people. Just kind of love yourself. Like again, we look at social media and we try comparing ourselves, but you're never going to be someone else. You might as well just be you and be happy. I know it's been a process for me. I'm 23 now, and it was probably only when I was about 19 I started to really look at myself and be like, oh fuck it, I'm actually alright. Do you know what I mean? And that's definitely one of my missions with my blog, is trying to just show people that you don't have to be embarrassed. Shit happens, you know. We're not all Kim K's. We can't all afford a new booty. We can't, you know. And I feel like if we get looped up in wanting to be something else, we just end up miserable. So yeah, I'm gonna end that on a happy note. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself, you know. Okay, so if you persisted in listening and watching this until the end, I really, really hope I was in focus, because my contact lenses, I can't see shit. Thank you. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I basically just thought it'd just be a bit of fun, you know. You can see me, the voice, the person behind the computer, you know. I swear a lot, I and a lot. I'm not very camera confident. Writing's more my thing. That's why I love doing it, because I can be a little arsehole behind screen and write blah 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 blah, you know. I'm surprised I didn't turn out a Twitter troll, to be honest. Anyway, I'm tangenting and I'm good at that. If you liked this video, you know, I'm going to put it on YouTube, I think, just because it's the easiest platform to then embed into my blog. So subscribe there if you're interested. Give me a follow on my blog if you have WordPress. Get in contact. I love conversations. This is really the reason why I do it. I really love like opening conversations with people and getting things going. So yeah, follow me on my socials to do that. I will put all that in the description below if you're interested. And you know, just stay well people in these weird times, and I shall see you again soon.